We've already talked about the growing demand for these installations. We know where the future is going. So we need to be able to equip electricians with the right tools. This solar panel troubleshooting and maintenance, they require specialized equipment in many cases. That's why we've developed this product line.
Did you know that 2/3 of the UK's solar power installations are on the ground, while the remaining third are mounted on residential and commercial roofs? Did you also know that FLIR's array of solar solutions can test them all? According to the November 2023 edition of ECN magazine, there are over 1.3 million 50 kilowatt solar power installations registered with the MCS, the UK Standards Organisation for Solar Energy and Heating. In 2022 alone, 130,596 solar panels were mounted on UK rooftops. Open Access Government reports that summer 2023 saw solar account for 25% of energy demand. Impending net zero targets and a generally favourable view of solar energy mean that dependence on PV installations is likely to increase. In January 2024, ECN highlighted that solar provided 15 gigawatts of power and that this is likely to increase to 43 gigawatts in the next 5 years. As such, there has never been a better time to get into solar installation and maintenance. However, first you must have the correct tools. To explain how FLIR's solar solutions can help you meet the future of PV installation and testing is FLIR's Director of Global Business Development, Heliel Morales. So before we start talking about FLIR's solar solutions, please could you explain to us why electricians and electrical contractors should be adding PV installation and testing to their repertoire of services?
Yeah, we've already talked about the growing demand for these installations. We know where the future is going. So we need to be able to equip electricians with the right tools. This solar panel troubleshooting and maintenance, they require specialized equipment in many cases. So that's why we've developed this product line.
So as we've touched on, FLIR can help electricians meet the demands of a solar-powered future. So in light of that, which tools are we talking about today?
So we'll be talking about 4 different tools. We have 2 of them here, the irradiance meter, and then here's an I-V Curve Tracer. Mm-hmm. There's also 2 clamp meters that are designed specifically for solar. Yeah. One in particular comes with thermal imaging built in, or CM276.
Yes. And then the other one is the CM78, but that one doesn't have thermal, but it is Cat 3 safety rating up to 1500 volts. Great. So you can find links to all these products in the description, but do keep watching as we'll be showing you how each of these testers can help you unlock lucrative solar opportunities. Let's start with the FLIR PV48 Solar Panel Tester and I-V Curve Tracer. What does this tool do?
Yeah, it's such a small unit, but it does quite a bit. Yeah. So you're looking at, maximum power, voltage, current, open circuit voltage, short circuit current. It can measure temperature, and then you can also see a graph, I-V curve, right? So you can see the graph of voltage and current right on the screen.
And when you're using the PV48, what are you looking to do? Like, what sort of applications is it designed for?
So you're looking to measure the efficiency of the panel. That's what you're trying to do. How efficient is that panel?
So sometimes solar professionals, they get frustrated with solar panel testers and I-V curve tracers because they're bulky or they're not intuitive. So what has FLIR done to make sure the PV48 isn't like that?
Yeah, no, and you can see here the form factor, very small, very compact, easy to use. You have your physical buttons. One important aspect of this product is the bright LCD screen, which you'll be able to see in direct sunlight, which is predominantly where these products will be used. One other thing we do, we include all the MC4 plugs and clips, so you don't have to use older plugs or go out and buy new ones. It all comes included when you purchase the PV48.
For more information about the FLIR PV48 Solar Panel Tester and I-V Curve Tracer, click the box above to download the spec sheet or head to the link in the description where you'll also find an option to purchase. Up next, the tool that will make installing solar panels a breeze. Moving on to the FLIR PV78 Solar Irradiance and Temperature Meter. What does this tool do?
Here, basically, you're looking at watts per square meters, right? So, and it helps you properly install a solar panel. So with this product, you can put in the right orientation, the right angle to make sure you capture the most solar energy. So it's all about that performance of that panel. And also making sure that you can also monitor temperature with both the internal sensor and the external probe.
Is that to make sure that you're maximizing like energy yield?
Absolutely. So the panel is positioned in the most optimal way to capture that energy from the sun and turn it into electricity.
Right. So often solar professionals get frustrated that their irradiance meter doesn't integrate seamlessly with, I don't know, their solar panel tester or their clamp meter. And it means that they've got to record data manually, which then introduces the possibility of human error. What has FLIR done to streamline data recording and ensure that errors don't creep in this way?
No, that's a great question. We know that all these inspections are being done in the field. So all this data collection, all the measurements are being taken out in solar farms or, on rooftops, in residential settings. So there's a lot of data that's being captured, and you have to be able to record that in a way that you can then create reports or use it or share with colleagues. So what we've done with the PV78, it has METERLiNK functionality, so which means it has Bluetooth, and via Bluetooth you can communicate with the FLIR METERLiNK app and send all that information over in real time from the field. So now you're not relying on pen and paper or making mistakes capturing that data. It's all automatically done with this communication to the METERLiNK app. So from that, then you can obviously create reports and share and store your findings. So it's really optimizes and streamlines their workflow.
Click the box above to download the FLIR PV78 spec sheet or follow the link in the description to our web listing, where you'll also find an option to purchase. Once you've added the PV78 to your basket, do come back because we're going to be telling you why the FLIR solar clamp meters are the future of solar testing. So the final products we're talking about are FLIR's solar clamp meters. Could you tell us about them, please? What do they measure?
Yeah, so let's talk about two separate products here. They both measure voltage, current, resistance, capacitance, the traditional electrical parameters, right, that every electrician is measuring. What sets them apart, right, when you look at the CM78-PV, it's rated Cat3 1500 volts, which is very useful and very important in solar applications. It also does DC power up to 1500 volts. So that's pretty important when it comes to solar testing.
Why is that? Why is that so important?
So traditionally, when you saw a Cat3 rating on a clamp meter, it would be Cat3 600 or Cat3 1000 volts. Yeah. And we know that's not sufficient for solar installations that demand that, you go up to 1500 volts. So that's why Cat3 1500 is more suitable for solar applications.
And could you tell us a bit about the CM276, is it? That has the infrared imaging, is that right?
Correct. So the CM276 is also a great clamp meter. We have optional test leads for solar applications. But what it does, it integrates a 160 by 120 infrared camera with MSX. So it also has a visual camera. So it's a great diagnostic tool. There are some differences between the CM276 and the CM78-PV. So choosing which one is the right for the job is important. If you need the infrared imaging, the 276 is the right tool. If you're looking at measuring DC power, then you want to use the CM78-PV.
So the solar clamp meters, they're also METERLiNK enabled, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. So similar to the PV78, they use Bluetooth technology to send that data right in the field. So you're doing the work in the field, you can send that data directly to the FLIR METERLiNK mobile app, and then share your findings right from the job site.
So METERLiNK also improves work efficiency, doesn't it?
It does.
So are there any other features on the FLIR solar clamp meters that also improve the ease and precision of testing?
Yeah, I would talk about the two things on the measurement side, right? It's both VFD mode for variable frequency drives and also low impedance or low Z mode. So that's one thing. Then both units have a laser pointer. On the CM78-PV, you use the laser pointer in conjunction with an IR thermometer that's built in, so you can get temperature measurements. With the CM276, you also have a laser that helps you pinpoint the location and do a thermal scan.
Yeah. So you know exactly what you're looking at.
Exactly.
And what the temperature relates to. Yeah. Box above for the spec sheet or link in the description for our FLIR solar clamp listings, where again, you'll find an option to purchase. But don't go just yet, as we're about to address the elephant in the room. FLIR is a thermal imaging company. Well, that's what they're best known for. So why would you buy solar tools from FLIR?
Yeah, so we are a sensing and solutions company, first and foremost. So we do have, obviously, a big part of what we do is related to thermal imaging. But we understand that our users and the users of thermal imaging technology also use these other tools.
Yes.
Like irradiance and I-V curve tracers and clamp meters. So it makes perfect sense to offer them, the full solution, the full package to be able to do the job.
Great. And is there anything else you think we should know about FLIR's solar solutions?
Yeah, there's two kits. So if you're just starting your work, if you're venturing out and doing solar troubleshooting, solar installations, I recommend one of our kits. So if you need all the different specialized tools to do the job, then look no further. There's a PV-Kit-1. And there's a -2 that also includes a TG 268 thermal camera. Okay. So yeah, two great options. Again, if you need to equip yourself with all these different tools.
Great. And if you were to sum up FLIR's solar tools in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say complete solar ecosystem.
Thank you, Heliel. That was very helpful. I hope you found that useful too, and that we've inspired you to take advantage of present and future solar opportunities with the help of FLIR tools. Remember, you can find more information about all the products we've talked about today by clicking the links in the description, where you'll also find options to purchase. Please do subscribe, as that way all future videos, including FLIR videos like this one, will come straight to you, so you'll never miss an important development. Okay, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.